Nice friends to have you every day evening to study this beautiful Shastras, Yoga Vasishta Maharamayam, Nirguna Manasa Puja, Sankshipta Skanda Puranam, as well as Chandogya Parayanam. This is how we are giving time. We are trying to put our mind in this Shastras through that onto the truth and allowing slowly the truth, the reality, the self to enter into us. This is how whoever have reached the ultimate, got liberated, they all have done this. Luckily, we are also blessed with that opportunity and inclination. Thanks to whoever have blessed us and recognizing these beautiful blessings and opportunities, we will try our best continuously to do this practice of Shastra Adhyana Manana Chintana one side, sadhana the other side. While doing this, anything happens, otherwise to us, okay, acceptable. All what Prarabdha brings to us, we don't know. But good that we are on the right path of Purushartha. Right, friends? Now Sri Rama Bhagavan is taught or told by Vaashishthaji about the MOOLA KAARANA DEVA SWARUPA VARNANAM in the fifth Sarga of third Utpatthi Prakaranam. We are seeing that Paramatma's Swarupa Tatastha Lakshanas are explained to us by Vasishthaji at one place, brought and put, which are the essence of all Upanishads. Good. You can guess and understand that these are the Lakshanas of Paramatma, will be more elaborated in the coming sargas for us to be able to properly understand, contemplate on them. Lot of stories, examples, logics, etc. He will keep on giving us. So some 8 plus 3, 11 or 12 of them we saw. Further, let us see today. Now remember our 6 sources of blessings. Remember our the 17, 18 Vyaktitvas we have to develop. Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta 4. Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota 8. Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira 12. Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata with Vyakarana, Daiva Upasaka, Guru Upasaka, Mananakarta 16. Nididhyasanakarta Anubhavi 18. These are the Vyaktitvas we have to have. You can see if you have time to analyze each of these Vyaktitvas, if we have fully grown them in us, however, our outer life, inner life becomes beautiful. Let us be on this most sacred job business. To get informed, to get inspired, to get guided, to get empowered, to get strengthened, what we do is this continuous study of Shastras and prayers. Let us do our Mangalacharana Shloka as well as Sankalpa, then enter into the continuation of study of this Shastra as much attentively as possible. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvi Shavahai Om Shantihi 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Gurumihi Purvam पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। वामदेव नारदादि श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदेन मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञ याग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवत् देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ते स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरः यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं मूल देवता मूल कारण देवता स्वरूप वर्णनं नाम पंचमः सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Now repeatedly you have to listen, contemplate on this knowledge that Whatever we are seeing is a karya, effect, and there is moola karana, the cause, that is called as Paramatma. And these are the Swarupa Lakshanas of Paramatma. And this is the place he is recognized. He is recognized as our own selves. Therefore, we are never away from him. The world is never away from him. There is nothing other than him in reality. Therefore, we are intact. Other than him, whatever is there is only the projection. It being projection, it has no consequence to bind us or even to give us any happiness. Rather, we don't need any happiness from this projected world because we are enjoying the original, latent, innate happiness, having recognized ourselves to be that Moola Karana Devata, the Brahma. This we have to become familiar more and more. How do we become? Only when we listen, study, and contemplate. Isn't it? Without manana, shravanadi, how can this data be with us always? Then this data knowledge we have to use in dhyanam to experience. Then get established in it. Then live life like that only. Don't come out to the level of upadhi tadatmya, where alone there is samsara. सो देखो ये विषय में ना इतना हम स्ट्रांग होना है, इसलिए हर दिन तत्व श्रवण वी हैव टू गो ऑन डूइंग. दिस इज हिंदुइज्म. दिस इज सनातन धर्म. Why do we call as Sanatan Dharmi? The Sanatana Dharma is this Moola Karana Devata. We always remember him. We always seek him. We always reach out to him. That is why anybody born in Sanatana Dharma, right from beginning, Sanatana Dharma Tattva alone is taught. By the end of his age, most of the people though even realize the truth and get moksha. Some of them who left out, they will realize in next to 2-3 months. Sanatana Dharma में जन्म लेना is equal to almost very very close to the moksha. Not like today on the name of or born in Sanatan Dharma Hinduism, yet not studying Sanatan Dharma. I am talking particularly right from the beginning. Now we are born as Hindus, but we are not studying Shastras, we are not remembering the truth reality, we are not working for it. We just lost sight of all that. We are only caught up in the Artha Kama, like a primordial human beings or the beings. Somehow misguided from inside, from outside. Luckily, still, the guidance for moksha, which is the main goal of Sanatana Dharma, is going on happening. Hundreds and thousands of Mahatmas are doing that job. So we can go to some of them, listen from them, work out our own moksha. Be clear about it. Right? Now, Sri Rama, when asked in the 5th chapter, what is this mana? Which is Mayamayam, which is having the Brahma of this Jagat. Katam Utpannam, Kutaha Utpannam. How it is got born or projected, where from it has come. First tell that. Anything else, baad mein. This may be very good question by Rama, but answer has to be not good. It has to be better and best. Best, better answer to anyone who wants to know, who is inquisitive, who is जिज्ञासु, is first to tell him the परमात्मा ज्ञान. वो वाले बीज पहले उसमें डालना है. That's how Sri Vaashishthaji takes up this topic. He says, when the Mahapralaya happened, when the entire Upanama dissolved, at that time, only one existence or being was there, Shantamevava Shishyate. That Shantasthita only called as Paramatma, Parabrahman, Atman, all. His Lakshanas are told. Some 11 or 12 of them we saw. Just enumeration of what we have seen, then study of the remaining things. So what are the things we have already seen? Aste nastamito bhasvan ajo devo niramayah sarvada sarvakrut sarvaha paramatma maheshwarah yato vacho nivartante yo muktairavagamyate यस्य चात्मादिका संज्ञाः कल्पिता स्वभावजाः यः पुमान् सांख्यदृष्टीनां ब्रह्म वेदान्तवादिनां विज्ञानमात्रं विज्ञान विदाम् एकान्तनिर्मलं यः शून्यवादिनां शून्यः भासको योऽर्कतेजसां वक्तामन्ता ऋतं भोक्ता द्रष्टा कर्ता सदैव सः. Almost the first line of this shloka we have seen. One by one, just to refer. That Shantameva Vashishyate state is Aste, it is Sat Swarupa. Anastamitaha, there is no Astamaya, end, destruction, dissolution of it. It is existence, it is imperishable. Anastamita means. Bhaswan is of the nature of Prakasha. Ajaha is unborn also. Unborn, unmodifying, undying. Devaha. Sarva Shaktis are his only. He is a Dyotanavan. Again, Prakasha Swarupaha. Niramayaha. All the urmis that are there in the upadhis, the modifications, the vikaras, they are not there. Those vikaras themselves are amaya, the diseases. Generally, they are called asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshyate, vinashyate. Some of them are already denied in the earlier 2-3 words. So too, in that pure self, the amaya of avidya, kama, karma, then kama, krodhadi, shatrus, these are all roga. They are called manasika roga, sharirika roga we all know, prana roga we all know. All these amayas are not there in him. He is always swastha. Okay, if you want to put it in one word, amaya is dukkha, niramaya is dukkha rahita. Because wherever there is disease, we are miserable. Right? Then sarvada is there in all, at all times, therefore, at all places, therefore, in all objects, which will be coming later on. अभी तो वो एक ही है. We are talking about the महाप्रलय के समय, the nature or the expression of that reality. Sarvada. Then Sarvakrut. Later on, when everything is going to come up, he is the one who is the creator of them. How he creates them, these are all the themes in many of the Upanishads. Tat sruštva tadevanu pravishatu atma va idam ekameva agre asit nanyat kinchana meshatu saikshata imenu lokanu lokapalanu sujai iti. This is how he is the Sarvakrut. Then he is Sarvaha. Because he alone was there, from him only everything has to come. Therefore, he alone must be everything. See, this is how our intellect has to become sharper and subtler in understanding about the truth, in understanding that has a substratum and base for the entire world. The truth alone is there. Remember, Vedanta का पूरा एक ही सेंटेंस, दृष्टिम ज्ञानमयम कृत्वा पश्येत ब्रह्ममयम जगत. By studying the Vedanta Shastras and developing or creating or earning that jnanam, from that jnana drishti you have to see. When you see with jnana drishti, entire jagat, which we are now considering as other than us, therefore we have for some of the part of jagat raga, for the other part dvesha, creating samsara. The entire jagat is brahmamaya, and that Brahman is me. Sarvam hi etat Brahma, I am Atma Brahma. Bas. That anubhuti we have to get. Before that, that jnanam, Siddhanta jnanam makes us come out of samsara. Then the sadhana and siddhi gives us moksha. So samsara se moksha and Paramatma prapti. Sadhana se the positive anumati comes that we are that. See these three words: Sarvada, Sarvakruta, Sarvaha. You alone all of that. These are the words used for that primordial Moola Karana Deva in various Upanishads. Here also in this way it will be addressed all through this text. Whenever such words come, we should be able to comprehend that it's being talked about that Paramatma. And in how many ways it may be spoken about, still none of the speeches words are exactly that Paramatma. Paramatma is Anubhava Gamya. But these words and their meanings become pointers for us to shift our attention of the mind on the seat of meditation that we reach to it. Sarvada, Sarvakrut, Sarvaha. Then Parama Atma. Remember, to me also, I have these Panchakoshas which I consider as Atma at various stages. But they are all denied as Anatma at one level of my knowledge. But there is another inner Atma in me which can never be rejected as the Anatma. That is called Parama Atma. Not only in me, the whole world of Rupanama, all that Rupanama has their substratum. Like for all furniture, the wood is the Parama Atma. For all the ornaments, gold is the Parama Atma. In the same way, for the entire universe, there is a self in it. What is Atma? That from which everything comes, stays and goes back. That's called Atma. And that Atma, Parama, of the whole universe also is the same truth. Parama Atma. Then next one is Maha Ishvara. By being the Atma, he is the Ishvara of everything. Ishanat Ishvara, who is ruling, controlling, governing. That Ishana Shakti he has got. That's called as the Ananta Maya Shakti. Paramatma Maha Ishvara. Many Ishvaras are there. He is a Maha Ishvara. Like you say, Devon ke Dev, Mahadev, Ishwaron ke Ishwar, Maha Ishwar. We know Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. He is the Maha Ishwara of all of them also. He is the one common self of even this creator, maintainer, dissolver. This is how that Shantameva Vashishyate Paramatma is addressed as mentioned or named in different Upanishads. And all of them pointing out the one truth only. It is experiential. When you want to understand him, he is understood with these words in this way. Then, do you want to describe him? Do you want to make a concept of him? Do you want to feel about him? Not possible. Because the Upadya, Vani, Mana, etc. cannot reach to it. Because इनका दायरा जो है उसमें वो परमात्मा नहीं आता. That's why next word is yato vacho nivartante. In trying to describe him, the Vani fails and comes. So too, in trying to picturize him or conceptualize him, the Mana and Buddhi, both of them also come back. Means they fail, they can't explain that Paramatma. See, this is the most crucial thing of Vedanta. Paramatma is there, very much is there, he is there as our own self, and he is experiential. When we experience him, the moksha comes, and yet he can never be the concept of intellect, emotion of the mind, perception of the senses. न शब्द स्पर्श रूप रसगंध है वो, न कोई भावना है वो, न कोई विचारणा है वो. याद रखना इस बात को. This is how it is. And it appears to be difficult for us right now to be able to comprehend. That it's not comprehensible. But as we continue our श्रवण एंड मनन, एक दिन आएगा जिसमें हम ऐसे तत्व पे विश्वास करते हैं. अब हमको उपादेय से जो दिखता है उस पे विश्वास, बट कंटिन्यूअस लिसनिंग विल give rise to the vishwasa, shraddha about the existence of the truth. Then the next three things: one, reaching that alone is moksha. Two, I am reaching it through this sadhana. Three, I reached. हो गया. ठीक है. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते. Next one, yo muktaihi avagamyate. I told the two meanings yesterday. Yo muktaihi avagamyate means only the mukta purushas have experienced and understood. It is what it is. They only said about it in this way. At the sadhana level, mukta means the ones who have got themselves mukta, liberated from the panchakoshas, from the three avasthas, from the Vishwatesa prajna named three purushas of Jagara, Swapna, Sushupti. The one who has detached himself from them, called as mukta. By him, the self is comprehended as one's own self. Mukta hi avagamati. Generally, we know the one who knows the self is liberated. Here he says, the one who is liberated knows that Paramatma. So, therefore, liberated means liberated from the bondages of ignorance born upadhis, upadhi tadatmya. Like now I am bound by sthula sharira with my identity and living like a baker. I am bound by sukshma sharira, living like a dreamer. I am bound by my own karana sharira, living like a deep sleeper. If I, by the given sadhanas, get myself liberated from these, means detached from these, what remains is that Paramatma Anubhuti. That way, Muktai from Kosham means Kosha Muktai, Avastha Muktai, Jiva Deha Bhava Muktai, Ahankara Jnana Muktai, Avagamyate. He is experienced. Right? Of this Shantameva Avashishyate status only, Yasya cha Atma Adika Sanya Kalpita. For transaction sake, for the teacher to teach to the disciple, the Atma, the Brahma, and the Parambrahma, the Paramatma, etc. are the Sanyas means Namavachakas means names, they are also Kalpita. And Nasvabhavata, because already it is said, no? Yato vacho nivartante. You cannot name it. Therefore, all these shabdas also at the most help us in trying to contemplate, meditate on Him. But when the exact experience comes, these words also are invalid. Because every word is a description. Every description is limited, one thing, it has opposite description also. So there should be opposite two things. If you call it as Brahma, then you have to call that there is something else also a Brahma. जैसे किसी को आप black कहते हो, तो there must be a white also. Then only the meaning to black. And if we say the light, there must be darkness also. Then only the meaning to light. If you say rich, it means there is something called poverty. Then only there is meaning to the richness. These are pairs. They go in pairs always. The Dvandva. So Paramatma is Dvandva Atitaha. तो इसलिए उनको ये आत्मा ब्रह्म शब्द भी नियरेस्ट शब्द हो सकते हैं टू डिनाई एवरीथिंग एल्स, बट देयर आल्सो वी शुड नॉट स्टॉप. It is beyond. Don't get stuck up in the words of the language, emotions of the mind, concepts of the intellect, but they are useful at one stage. Final में, even beyond that, we have to go. Keep it in mind. Right now, ghabrana mat. So that's the meaning of Sangyaha Kalpitaha. And this topic exhaustively comes in Ishakena Prashna in the, I think, Aitareya Upanishad about the Nama Nami Sambandha. There it was told to us that how can the Nama can be given to that Paramatma? It is only Kalpita. For transaction's sake, it's required. One place it is said that the Nami cannot be recognized without the Nama. Therefore, Nama is important. It's in one side type of Upasana sadhana. Another side, there is no relation between Nama and Nami. Nama is in our mouth, Nami is somewhere out. How can you relate them? You know, like we explained yesterday, you may call it as a tree. But the name tree and the tree actual, the object have no relation. But we made it. We did kalpana in one language called as Hindi, that something which looks like that should be called as tree. Please everybody accept. So whenever we say there is tree or paint a tree, you must paint tree only, not buffalo. Buffalo is something else. It's also name. You call as buffalo that fellow. But that says you उसको buffalo को आप स्कैन करो, ये नाम उसमें नहीं दिखता. उस अनुभव को नाम नहीं है, लेकिन नाम दिया जाता है इंटरैक्शन के लिए, कम्युनिकेशन के लिए. थोड़ा थोड़ा सुन लेना. And all these will be explained in the coming chapters. Don't be afraid. Next one he says कि यह पुमान सांख्य दृष्टि नाम. So the same one is called as Puman or Purusha by the Sankhyans. Then Brahma Vedantavadinam. The Vedantins have given the name to it as Brahma. Unko naam diya. So whenever Vedantins talk about Brahma, they are talking about that Shanta Paramatma Tattva, which is explained in the above said words so far. So Sankhya Darshanikas call him as Purusha. Vedantins call him as Brahma, pure Brahman. Right? So to Vijnana Matram, Vijnana Vibadam. The Vijnanavadins, they call as Paramatma is only Jnana Swarupa. They are not Kshanika Vijnanavadins in the Buddhism. Buddhism came later on. But the concepts are already there. It is coming in Yoga Vaashishtha. ये तो त्रेता में लिखा गया. Remember, all these religions, masters, whatever they speak, already there was eternally that knowledge is there. परमात्मा का एक्सप्रेशन ही ज्ञान है. परमात्मा शाश्वत है तो सारा ज्ञान भी हमेशा शाश्वत है. There is nothing new in this world possible at all. Right? Then, yaha shunyavadinam shunyah. Some are interested in calling him as Shunya. Then, up to this are different people. I gave the mantra also yesterday, Yamvaidika mantra. Each one coined their name. उनको वैसे देखते है ना. Like anything like water. English वाला calls is water. हिंदी वाला पानी. पंजाबी वाला पानी. तेलुगु वाला नीलू. कन्नड़ वाला नीर. तमिल वाला तन्नी. मलयाली वेल्लम. Sanskrit में jalam. They gave their names, but the object is one. In a hotel, if 5 these language people, in their own language, when they ask, you will not bring 5 things, the waiter. You will bring one bottle only. Because everybody asks for that thing, named differently. Correct? Then, next one is important. Bhasakaha yaha arka tejasa. Surya, Adi, all Tejasvi, whichever are the things that are there. He is the one who illuminates even them, knows even them, becomes aware of them. And because he is knowing them, illuminating them, becoming aware that their existence is certified. Natad bhasit or natatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam na ima vidyuto bhanti utoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarva. Everything are seen in his presence. Tasya bhasa, because of his light, idam sarvam, all these luminous things, vibhati, have their own lights. These are the little subtler, important Vedantic things we have to understand. Tasya bhasa idam sarvam vibhati. Tam bhantam anubhati, tasya bhasa vibhati. Idam sarvam. He is illuminating all of them, their presence, and because of him, only in them also there is capacity of illuminating. Like the consciousness in me certifies the presence of Surya. Surya has a Kanti. The Kanti in Surya is because of the conscious principle in him. In that way, Chandra, Graha, Nakshatra, Taraka, all these luminous things. He is the one who is called as Arka Tejasam Bhasakaha. And these Surya, Chandra, Adi cannot illuminate him. You know, na tatra suryo bhati means that. Na chandra bhati means that. Na tarakam bhati means that. Na ima vidyut. They're all Vedantic words. Surya means the what you call as eyes, jnanendriyas. Chandra means mana antakarana. Vidyuta, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra, taraka means all other thoughts. Then Agni means the speech. So Agni, the speech, Surya, the eyes, Chandrataraka, the thoughts, Vidyutaha, the buddhi. None of them can illuminate that self. Sunte na, it clicks one day, but Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Not this way. Okay? I'm not understanding, therefore it is wrong. I don't accept it. I deny it. This is called Ashraddha. I'm not understanding right now, but it is said by Shastra. It is said by saints and sages. Why will they bluff? Therefore, even though I don't understand, what they said is right. I have faith in them. Let me accept it. Let me contemplate. Let me accept. Karte jane se, that intuitive intellect one day comes to catch or understand it or feel it. कोई भी शब्द यूज करो फिर वो गड़बड़ होता है, आधा हो जाता है. But we'll be able to accept it. This is the next one. Yah shunyavad shunyah bhasakaya arkate. Okay. Now today's few thoughts are next vakta, manta, rutam, bhokta, drashta, karta, sadaiva saha. So vakta, be attentive. He is actually the one because of whom the speech is happening. Therefore, he is the actual speaker. Remember this relationless relationship yesterday? In pure Paramatma, there is no speech. But wherever speech is happening, because of his presence only it is happening. Therefore, in order to give the credit of speaking, it should be given to him only. To avoid giving credit to the individuality. Because that individuality, that's Upadhi, let us say the mouth. It is Jada, it cannot speak on its own. Therefore, is Paramatma speaking by himself? No. Is the mouth speaking by itself? No. In whose presence the mouth is able to speak? In the presence of the consciousness. Therefore, if you have to give credit of speaking to him, we have to give to Paramatma. To avoid giving credit to the Jada Upadhis. But actually, if you go to Paramatma, then he is also not speaker. He is not a Bhakta because it doesn't require. In pure him, neither upadhis are there nor required, nor he needs to become a vakta. थोड़ा सा समय लगता है इन चीजों को पकड़ने में, पकड़ते हैं. Few more years when we listen, as now the intellect becoming little sharper, थोड़ा थोड़ा आएगा बात समझ. यही बात 5 साल के बाद आप सुनोगे, you will understand in a deeper, different way. Like what we spoke 10 years back about the Viveka or the Vairagya, which we were understanding at that time, now there's a lot of difference in them who are regularly listening. तो अभी कभी आके जाते हैं, I can't guarantee. So Vakta, he is the actual Vakta, but he is not. See about him in these Upanishads, where ऐसे कहते हैं, he speaks, he has no mouth, he has no hands, you know. Apanipado javano grahita paschatya chakshusa shunotya karna. He has no pani hands, but he is the one who holds. He has no feet, but he is the one who moves. He has no eyes, but he sees. He has no ears, but he listens. These contradictions को पकड़ना ही वेदांत को समझना. एक अलग एकाग्रता, सूक्ष्मता, शुद्धता required. Our goal is to attain the single pointedness, the purity, then the subtlety of the intellect and power. And that's achieved through various tapasyas, upasanas, and withdrawal from the weakening activities of worldly indulgences. To reveal the self to us, further to have the intellectual inner powers that we are told to withdraw from the world, not to punish us, not to take away our bhogas. If you want to be a bhogi, continue. But if you want to be a yogi, you have to have lots of power and energy, which is getting dissipated through them. Therefore, in our own interest, we are told to withdraw from them. साधकों को ही बताए ना उसको बात कि विथड्रॉ फ्रॉम द होल वर्ल्ड. इट्स नॉट फॉर संसारी. संसारी को कुछ बोलते नहीं, उसको कोई सुनता भी नहीं. साधक आस्क द क्वेश्चन कि आई एम नॉट एबल टू कॉम्प्रिहेंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग. आई एम नॉट एबल टू मेडिटेट एज द वे यू आर टेलिंग. व्हाई? Guru says you don't have the subtle powers. Why I'm not having? Because you're dissipating them. How? Through these channels of sensual or mental involvements. So what to do? Conserve your energies. How? Just by not involving in them. That's how we are told to withdraw from everything. With that quietened mind, poised mind, strong mind, purified mind, subtler and deeper mind or intellect, these things can be comprehended. First, comprehension. We are able to have faith in it. Little understanding happens. Meditation may experience hota. Experience is called apprehension. Then Vakta, and he is the Manta. Manta means he is the one doing the manana through the mind. Because mind is independent नहीं है, वो जड़ है, वो अपने आप नहीं कर सकता. So it's simple it is. You are so lucky in this modern world with science's development so much that thousands of examples from the science can be given. See the electricity. Best example is this. In the electricity, there is no glow of the bulb. But the bulb cannot glow without electricity. So simple. So who is glowing the bulb? Not the bulb, not the filament. नहीं तो हर दुकान में जो भी बल्ब है सब अपने आप ग्लो होना चाहिए. No, only when you connect it to the live wire, it glows. So therefore, who is illuminating that light? You have to say electricity. But in the pure electricity, is there light? No. पकड़ के देखो, you will realize the light. So therefore, in Paramatma, there is no mind, there is no manana kriya. But wherever the mind is there, mind is doing manana kriya, it cannot do without Paramatma. Therefore, the credit we give to be safe side to Paramatma. See, that is what the whole thing. We do it and offer it to the God. God never takes it because doesn't require. Then where it all goes into the oblivion. आकाश में लय होता है. This is called realization. है ना? हमने किया, भगवान को अर्पण किया, भगवान ने नहीं लिया, वो खेलयम गच्छति, इसलिए उसको खेल कहते हैं. So who is Manta? He. But directly if you ask him, is he Manta? No, not required. So he is blowing the electricity, moving the fan, blowing the bulb, moving the fan, electricity. But directly ask the electricity, भाई आप कर रहे हो क्या? नहीं. दोनों स्टैंड पॉइंट्स हमको देखना चाहिए. Transcendentally, he is beyond everything. Immanently, because of him only is everything. वक्ता, so कर्ता, sorry, वक्ता and मंता means मन का काम है मनन करना, वो भी वही है. Then Rutam is the absolute substratum or the truth. Then he is the Bhokta. Isn't it? He is the Bhokta. है ना? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. Without the consciousness in me, I cannot have the bhoga of sukha or dukkha. Therefore, he is actually sukha dukkha bhokta. उनको अर्पण करते रहने से I am bhokta concept goes away. Then I realize myself to be him. Then there is no kartrutva, bhoktrutva, jiva bhava, liberation. These are the things very subtle in Vedanta. We have to lift ourselves to grasp them. Then drashta is the one seer through the eyes. Karta is the doer. Sada eva saha alone. Whether at a very micro level of a microbe doing whatever it is, and at the macro level of the Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara doing the Sushti Sthiti Laya, all of that is he is the one. Sada eva. He is the Karta, he is the Bhokta, he is the Drashta, he is the Manta, he is the Vakta. Because without him nothing happens. But in him, none of these things are there or not required. That ability to balance. And what we have to do? We have to realize our akartrutva, abhoktrutva state of liberated self first. Then through the upadhis, play the play without becoming the karta and bhokta. So the doings without the doer, perceivings without the perceiver is the mukta sthiti. The moment you become doer perceiver, you are conditioned. The knowings without the knower. Jnanam without jnata is shuddha jnati. Vedantic language. That state we have to comprehend, apprehend. Correct? Then vakta, manta, rutam, bhokta, drashta, karta, sada eva saha. It is he only. Sada saha eva. Wherever it is happening. He is the doer. ठीक है जी. Then next one, sannappi sannapyasad yo jagati. So, san api, though he is the pure existence, yet sannapi asat yo jagati. When the jagat of Rupanama are projected, he as if appears to be asat. Means non-seeable. Because our attention has been grasped by or dragged by or pulled by this jagat of Rupanama. And they are losing the ability of seeing him. Sannapi asat yaha jagati. The next one. He is the there as pure existence. Support, substratum. But in the Jagat, because our attention is on the Rupanam Jagat, he appears to be not there at all. And that's why people say, Nasti, Nasti, Nasti Bante. That is the mystical thing about the self or the truth. Like there is a bottle in front of. In that bottle, nook and corner, Paramatma alone is there. And कोई कहा ऐसा तो love, we laugh only. How can there be Paramatma? बताओ, दिखाओ. So you understand? We made the concepts of God. And that conceptual God we don't find there. Therefore, we say God is not there. Yes, in that bottle, there is no God as you perceive as Rama or as Krishna, as Bhagavan Nrsimha. That way, God is not there. But what is Rama and Krishna and Nrsimha also? They are also Rupa and Nama, no? Then what? Whose Rupa, whose Nama they are? That which has no Rupa, no Nama. That Rupa Nama Rahita is Sat Parama, Sadvastu. That is actually God. That God I am talking is there in this bottle. And that technically is called as Sattu Chittu. आनंद और अनंत, है ना? कितना शार्प हो बुद्धि हमारा, ये हम पकड़ सकते हैं, isn't it? And yet you should worship Bhagavan Rama and Krishna and Nrsimha only, and not the bottle. Yeah, he worshipped to invoke the blessings. The bottle wala God will not bless us. The Rama Krishna wala only will bless us. वो थोड़ा फिर वहां गड़बड़ नहीं करना. हाँ, it's your power of faith, like in a stone we imagine Lord and worship. From the stone the Lord comes. From everything the Lord will come. He'll come from the water. He'll come from the tree. He'll come from the mountain. Because everywhere there. Your Shraddha, your worship will make you invoke the Lord in that form. In unmanifest form, Lord is there everywhere as substratum. So, in whatever the way you want Him to manifest, there are rules, regulations for you of worship, upasana, prayer. If you strictly follow, He will be appearing to you. And very intensely, upasana, japa, prarthana doing 3 bhaktas. 3 पेड़ के नीचे बैठे, तो एक राम जी का कर रहा है, एक शिव जी का कर रहा है, एक दुर्गा जी का कर रहा है, तो तीनों को तीनों दर्शन होते हैं. For Rama upasaka, Rama. From Shiva upasaka, Shiva. For Mother upasaka, Mother. Because your Shraddha is that. So that way Paramatma appears. But Paramatma is Rama, Shiva and Jagannatha and even beyond. One common is He, the Paramatma, from whom all these expressions express. Like man is man. The wife invokes the husband. Father invokes the son. Son invokes the father. Friend invokes the friend. Enemy invokes the enemy. Man is one. Boss invokes the subordinate. Subordinates invoke the boss. Man is one. Very good. So next one is Sannapi Asat Yo Jagati. Next one is Yo Dehastha Api Duragaha. He is very much in the body as substract, but yet he is far than the farthest. Some thousands of lives, time and distance is from us. These are all from Ishavasya Upanishad. These way of saying. Taddure, tadantike, tadantarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya bhahyatah. Bhashyakara says, for a jnani who has learned Upanishads, meditated and realized, for him the Paramatma is so close that he alone is Paramatma. But for an ajnani who is identified the upadhis and all, for him, Varshakoti Shatairam, he is away in terms of time. Time and place are replaceable, no? He is thousands of lives far away for an ajnani. To the jnana and ajnana define the distance, proximity and distance between us and in Paramatma in the Vedantic language. So dehastopi, like he is there in all of us, in our sthula deha, sukshma deha, karana deha as substratum. But duragaha, physically, मतलब time wise duragaha, कितने साल हो गए फिर भी we are not able to realize him. He is there very much because our efforts are not serious, sincere as expected. If try through the process indicated by the Shastras, you will be able to realize him as his own self. So dehastaha api duragaha. Correct? Then chit prakashya hi ayam. Correct? Chit prakashya hi ayam. Yasmat aloka iva bhasvataha. He is like the light of the sun. So sun can be taken as the sadvastu and his light is chidvastu. Now we though talk as two things, sun and his light, but they are never two. That is the language which we use, which is absurd and which is absolutely contradicting. But that's the way that it can be conveyed. like the sweetness of the sugar. You can never talk, it's a wrong language. Sweetness of the tea, sweetness of coffee, sweetness of mithai, you can talk. Because tea, coffee, mithai are different objects. In them, there is no sweetness. When the sugar is added, then they become sweeter. Therefore, sweetness of the tea, you can say. But you cannot say sweetness of sugar because sugar and sweetness are not two. But you use two words. In the same way, the Surya and Surya Prakasha, we may talk as two, but they are not two because you can never imagine Prakasha without Surya. We can never imagine the dark Surya without Prakasha. In the same way, Paramatma is Sat as well as Chit. Two words used, but they are not two things, nor even two Lakshanas. Right? Chit Prakasho hai ayam asmat alokaiva bhasvataha is like the light of the sun. So it's Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa. So how many things are told see about this Paramatma Tattva? With our brains and minds calm and quiet and subtle and withdrawn from the world and become introverted and contemplative, lot of understandings will come when we comprehend or contemplate on these words. In this way, much more are told. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more shlokas we'll study. 5, 5, 5 का set ही है यहाँ. पूरे out of 24 mantra. First there are two mantras Rama question. Then the Vaashishthaji starts. Then 5, 5, 5, 5, 20. Then last one 21 plus 3, 24 mantras. Now the next set of 5 mantras which talk about this Shanta Swarupa Paramatma, Shanta Avashishyate. We'll chant, we'll see the meaning tomorrow. What is it? Yasmad Vishnvadayo Devaha Suryadiva Marichayaha Yasmad Jagantyanantani Budbuddha Jaladheriva Yam Yanti Drushya Vrundani Vayam Siva Maharnavam पयांसीव महार्णवम् य आत्मानं पदार्थञ्च प्रकाशयति दीपवत् य आकाशे शरीरे च दृशत्स्वप्सुलतासु च पांसुष्वदृशु वातेषु पातालेषु च संस्थितः यः प्लावयति संरब्धं पुर्यष्टकमितस्ततः येन मूकीकृता मूढाः शिलाध्यानमिवास्थिताः व्योमयेन कृतं शून्यं शैलायेन घनीकृताः आपो धृताः कृता येन दीपो यस्य वशो रविः. Wow, very powerful shlokas. Only in this text so vividly so many are told. In other texts 2, 4, 3, 4 बताए होंगे. सब जगह से लेकर वशिष्ठ जी at one place is telling. Then again I am saying even any gross objective knowledge also, for it to be understood as 5, 6 times you have to listen, comprehend, contemplate, ask the doubts, then we will slowly understand it. ऐसी बात है तो दिस सब्लाइम परमात्मा के बारे में comprehensively, completely समझने को how many times you have to listen, contemplate. So don't be in a hurry if it's not understood, but just understand that He is there as substratum behind everything and anything. Therefore, everything and anything that is existing and that is doing and that's going through any modification, all of them are belonging to Him only. Yet He is beyond all. So these two things in Vedanta and Gita called as Vibhuti and Yoga Sthiti. In the form of manyness, when you see the Bhagavan, it is Vibhuti Sthiti. When he is all alone with himself, it is called as in Yoga Sthiti. Like I am talking to you in different words, language, expressions. They're all my Vibhuti. When I keep quiet, it's my Yoga Sthiti. Both are me only. At the time of Yoga Sthiti, these various words, sentences, then the meanings that are contained in them, and the speech by itself and the speaker, all of them dissolve in me at that time, at my Yoga Sthiti. Like I am watching, let us say, cricket like you. So at that time, I am seer of the cricket. Where is the speaker of Gita or this Yoga Vaashishtha Rama at that time? He has become one with me. That is my yoga state. But as something else I am expressing. So vibhuti sthiti mein we express through upadhi. The Lord expresses through. That's why the whole world is his vibhuti. 10th chapter of Gita. Yadyat vibhutimat sattvam srimad urjitam eva tattadeva avagachatvam mama tejom shasambhav. So yoga sthiti mein Paramatma alone. Vibhuti sthiti mein Paramatma with his infinite Shakti expressing as this entire universe, including ourselves. Therefore, we are also in expression Paramatma, in essence Paramatma. Realizing this knowledge, abiding in it, is called as liberation from two things. One, sense of separation from the Lord. Two, limitations because of तादात्म्य with limited upadhis. इसको कहते हैं वेदांत. ठीक है बेटा, बाकी कल देखते हैं. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति श्री गुरु ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. ओम तत्र नियमाविद्युतमेव भान्तं तस्य वासः तस्य. ओम दशरथ सीता तन्नो राम भारत तन्नो. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. योग वासिष्ठ रामायण दिव्य शास्त्र की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय. समस्त ऋषि मुनि देवता गण जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. परब्रह्म भगवान की जय. समस्त श्रोता मंडली की जय. Can you join to study in the Nirguna Manasa Puja in 3 minutes?